Hello friends, I am Dr. Radhika Kelkar. I am a psychiatrist, psychotherapist. I practice in Akola. In this video, I am going to talk about how can we create a nurturing environment for our children. As we all know, in any family there are conflicts and there are ways of dealing with conflicts. So in this video, I am going to discuss about what are the unhealthy ways of dealing with any conflict and what should we categorically avoid doing while dealing with conflicts. So conflicts usually can be with amongst anyone in the family, amongst the parents, mother and father, or other family members. So what are the unhealthy ways? I'll be listing those and we'll be talking about that. So number one unhealthy way is avoiding conflicts. For some people, it so happens that they just don't say anything to their partner or to the other person until it is very late. I mean, they just avoid talking about it, and then sometimes it just gets too much and then they blurt it out in ways that are very hurtful to the other person. So over here, avoiding an argument or not discussing about it altogether is not, it may seem easy in the beginning, but then it usually causes more stress to both the parties involved, and then the argument which happens in the end is much bigger and uglier. So that is one thing you should not indulge in. You should address issues, you should address conflicts at an early stage and try and resolve them in a calm and composed manner. Number two is overgeneralizing. Now we see during an argument or during a discussion, people tend to overgeneralize. People tend to say things like you always do this or you never do this. There will be n number of examples when a husband says to his wife that you never do what I want you to do, or then the wife says to the husband that you always come late at home. So take a break over here, think about whether or not this is really true. Whatever you are saying, whatever you are accusing the other person of, whether it is actually true or not. And also the second thing is that do not bring up past things into the current conflict. If you dig past graves, then the current topic will not be resolved, the current conflict will not be resolved, and everything will go to another level of discussion, and this can increase the level of conflict. It will not help you solve the conflict. So that was number two, avoid overgeneralization. Number three is stressing about being right. In any argument, we see that if you are very fixed about what is the right way of looking at things or what is the wrong way of looking at things, and that your way is a correct way, then that is going to create a lot of problems, a lot of conflicts. And you should not be demanding that your partner sees things exactly as you are seeing, because it is not possible, and everybody has a different perspective, and you cannot demand something like this from your partner, and you cannot take it to a personal level. If the other person is not agreeing to your opinions, it is not a personal attack on you, it is just a different opinion. So try and look for a compromise, try to compromise, and try if you can at least agree to disagree. So agreeing to disagree is a very, very important thing to indulge in, and which can escalate down the conflict. Number four is forgetting to listen. Some people, while in a discussion or while an argument, some people just tend to interrupt the other person, or they are already thinking about what they are going to say to the other person the moment the other person stops talking. So instead of doing this, you should truly try and listen or at least attempt to understand your partner's point of view or the other person's point of view. So that will help you understand their point of view and how they see things. And you should not underestimate the importance of listening and what it can do to your relationship, or empathizing with the other person. So that was number 4, listening things and trying to listen to your partner. Number 5 is playing the blame game. Now we see sometimes if an unfortunate thing happens in a family or an unfortunate event happens, like some money is lost or something is damaged, then some people have a habit of criticizing or blaming the other people involved in it and constantly talking about how things should not have been done and how the other person was wrong in handling the situation, and there's a lot of blame or there's a lot of criticism which happens. Now this should be really avoided, because you should take such situations to basically analyze that what went wrong. Just look at it objectively, that what you could have done or you as a team could have done differently, and then you can try and come up with solutions for next, and be prepared for for a problem which can happen in the future. So that is a real that is a good way of solving things, instead of playing the blame game or criticizing the other people involved in the situation. Next is trying to win the argument. Now basically every time an argument takes place in the house or between people, some people are really focused on winning the argument. Now it is said that if you focus on winning the argument, you might lose the relationship. So that is not really a good deal to make, and if you're trying and making the other person wrong all the time, and you're staying stuck to your point of view, you're focusing in the wrong direction, you're not focusing on maintaining your relationship, you're not focusing on nurturing your relationships. So this should be really avoided. You should not focus on winning the argument. Instead, you should agree to disagree. Number 7 is making character attacks. That is, sometimes a wife or a husband take things very negatively, and they perceive things very negatively, and then they blow it up into a personal attack. That is, for example, if a husband is not picking up his socks, for example, a very common example, and they are just lying around in the house, the wife might just say that you're just so careless and you're just so lazy. So you're really labeling the person with something very serious over a very minor issue that you are irritated with. So these things very commonly happen in the house, and you should avoid doing this. You should avoid getting into an argument and making personal attacks on each other, because that is, if adults in the house are behaving like this, the children in the house are going to take up those patterns. They are going to inculcate those values from what is happening around them, and they'll also try and be aggressive like this in their life, in their situation. So this is something that you should avoid. You should avoid making personal attacks on people involved in any problem or in any situation. Last unhealthy pattern that we are going to discuss is blocking. That is, if one person wants to discuss an issue, discuss a problem, and if the other person is just not interested or just not ready to listen to the partner, this shows a great amount of disrespect, or even we can say contempt and resistance to even discussing the things. So blocking does not solve anything, and it damages relationships a lot. So this should be avoided. You should be respectful to the other person even if you do not agree with the other person, and that is how you should nurture your relationship and create a nurturing environment for the children in your house. Because why I said all this is that because children are very observant. If you are telling your children to be courteous to everyone, and if in an argument you are indulging in disrespecting the other person, then you are contradicting yourself, and children are very observant. They will not listen to you when you are talking, but they will watch you what you are doing. So be careful about how you're dealing with things, how you're dealing with difficult situations, how you're dealing with your conflicts, daily conflicts, and are you valuing your relationships? Because that is what your children are going to pick up, and they're going to watch you all the time, and they'll learn by watching you. So that is something very important. That is something which happens every day in your life, and that is how learning happens. So let's create nurturing a very good environment for our children, so that they grow up to be responsible human beings. Thanks for watching this video, and for more videos, keep in touch.